Good morning, dear hearts. We're on lesson 165. Please subscribe. So as I said yesterday, we're in a beautiful progression of lessons right now. It started with 162. We probably could go back even farther, but I'm only going to 162, that I am as God created me. And then we had, there is no death. The Son of God is free. Then now we are one with him who is our source. See how they fold and blend into each other. And then today, let not my mind deny the thought of God, which is actually, truthfully, another way of saying that I am as God created me. Let me understand and accept that I am as God created me by not denying that I am a thought of God. Please subscribe if I didn't say so. These lessons, actually, they're not very long. We're in a section of shorter lessons, if you will, less than 10 paragraphs, I think. And they are all very beautiful, and they're really packed with a lot of information for us. Now, there's been some of the lessons, certainly at the beginning of the year, that I was using only one word to give the essence of the lesson. And I was doing that today. That word would be certainty. But actually there's two words, because there's certainty and then there's uncertainty. Certainty is of God. Uncertainty is of us believing that we are not of God, that we are not as God created us, that we are not the thought of God. So let not my mind deny the thought of God. Let me move from uncertainty into certainty. What makes this world seem real except your own denial of the truth that lies beyond? What but your thoughts of misery and death obscure the perfect happiness and the eternal life your Father wills for you? And what could hide what cannot be concealed except illusions? Illusions seem to hide everything that is real and true. And especially when we are believing more in the illusion than that which is beyond it. What could keep you from what you already have except your choice to see it not, denying it is there? It is always our choice. Remember, this is in many ways, it is a course in choosing. And the thought of God created you. We have to understand, the thought of God created you. It left you not. Thoughts never leave their source, nor have you ever been apart from it an instant. We cannot leave. We are part of God. Remember the Janitism, that I am either a part of God or I am apart from God. I am a part of God, and I've never been apart from God, even for an instant. But my uncertainty makes me think I am. It belongs to you. By it you live. Everything that lives, lives because of God. It is your source of life, holding you one with it. And everything is one with you because it left you not. Those are like the concentric circles of this course, that we are all one within the other, within the other. We are part of all of the sonship, and we are part of all living things. The thought of God protects you, cares for you, makes soft your resting place, and smooth your way, lighting your mind with happiness and love, giving us that enlightenment, giving us the light that is truly within us. Eternity and everlasting life shine in your mind, because the thought of God has left you not and still abides with you. We abide in God. We abide with God. Who would deny his safety and his peace, his joy, his healing, and his peace of mind, his quiet rest, his calm awakening, if he but recognized where they abide? If I only knew where these things are. Oh, they're within my Father's mind. Oh, I'm within my Father's mind. Would he not instantly prepare, if we realize, prepare to go where they are found, abandoning all else as worthless in comparison? I will not value what is valueless, and beyond this world there is a world I want. And having found them, would he not make sure they stay with him and remain with them? Deny not heaven. It is yours today, but for the asking. I only have to ask. I need that little willingness. nor need you perceive how great the gift has changed your mind will be before it comes to you. Ask to receive and it is given you. Conviction lies within it. Till you welcome it as yours, uncertainty remains. Until I am willing to accept all that my Father is offering to me, I will remain uncertain. Yet God is fair. Sureness is not required to receive what only your acceptance can bestow. We don't really need to be that sure, but we do need to be willing. Ask with desire. You need not be sure that you request the only thing you want, but when you have received, you will be sure you have the treasure you have always sought. When we understand, when we recognize the treasures to replacing the trifling treasures of this world, the gifts of God, when we have received them, what would we exchange them for? Nothing. What would induce you now to let it fade away from your ecstatic vision? For this sight proves that you have exchanged for blindness. You have exchanged your blindness, for the seeing eyes of Christ's vision. Your mind has come to lay aside the denial and accept the thought of God as your inheritance. Now is all doubting past, the journey's end made certain, and salvation is given you. Now is Christ's power in your mind to heal you as you were healed. I am healed and I can heal. I am saved and I can save. I am blessed and I can bless, because we are among God's ministers and messengers. For now you are among the saviors of the world. Your destiny lies there and nowhere else. Would God consent to let his child remain forever starved by his denial of the nourishment he needs to live? Abundance dwells in him, and deprivation cannot cut him off from God's sustaining love and from his home. This is a sure thing. I've said it many times. It's a guarantee. We have no guarantees in this world. In the world of the ego, perhaps the only guarantee is that we will die, that it will all come to a crashing end, because that is the ego's desire for us in this world. But we have another world. We have a place to go. We have a place to abide. We have an acceptance for us to take on, the acceptance that indeed we are as God created us. We are definitely a thought within the mind of God. Let us accept that today. Now it says, practice today in hope, and I add joy, for hope indeed is justified, as is joy. Your doubts are meaningless, for God is certain, even if I am not, and the thought of him is never absent. Sureness must abide within you who are host to him. And now this next line almost for me sums up the entire course. This course removes all doubts which you have interposed between him, God, and your certainty of God. All of the blocks to the awareness of God's presence. That's what this course does. It removes all of them so we can at last see and know the truth of who we are. We count on God and not upon ourselves to give us certainty. And in his name we practice as his word directs we do. And that's referring back to our morning and our evening practice. Go into those meditative states and practice for as long as works for you, okay? It's 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes. You might want to stay in that space of being with you and God for even longer. And it is going to be time very, very well spent. His sureness lies beyond our every doubt. His love remains beyond our every fear. And the thought of him is still beyond all dreams and in our minds, according to his will. God's will for us is perfect happiness. And I think that's it for today. So we are moving from being uncertain into certainty. And I guess I can add one of my Janetisms from my book, Wisdom with a Twist, that no one has been dragged kicking and screaming into enlightenment. We are meant to get there, but we will gently be led, because it is our willingness that will allow us to be led. That's it for today. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I hope it helped. Please smile. Please do not deny that indeed you are a thought within the mind of God. Namaste.